Good afternoon, I'm Stanley Pacion, and I have a poem here called Were I Born Perfect? It's a rewrite of a previously published poem. It has a subtitle called Love in Vain. Were I born perfect, love in vain. Remember I told you how I handled Alex? He was a bad case, hey? What with his doing 8 bags of dust at a time and then visiting local bars, so sick, upchucking right on the patrons' jackets while they sat there all innocent. People on their stools were having a drink. I didn't talk to him for years, refused all contact. I was afraid people had not realized how great my fear. He occupied my thoughts night and day. I felt he might wind up in jail, or dead, or victim hooked up like some medical experiment, doctors without options, practicing last resort medicine, wires and tubes and parents witness to nightmare, the horrible ordeal when intervention takes place during hospital emergency. It's not death, for death but a word. It's the way of it, I feared. I called it love, my having nothing, absolutely nothing to do with him, until he went for help, because he seemed unable to help himself and cease the shit with which he played. I did not know what else to do. Once he called me and said, "Dad, I've got the monkey off my back." But I hanged up the receiver and didn't let him explain. I couldn't take it. No more bullshit. I knew he was still in the circus. And Billy, a surrogate son, you know the story. I treated him the same cold shoulder, not talking to him months on end until he realized our friendship depended on his treating his 2 boys like a proper father. I wanted him to put his children first in life, and I meant it. Forget about my smile and easy charm. It's never smart to test my resolve. But, darling, when it comes to dealing with you, I find no form of human love prevails. No mere earthly style or mode of affection works. Oh, the poetry. Look to the poetry I write for you. My heart wells up. The warmest regard right up to the breaking point. In poem after poem I tried to portray how deep, how utter the abandon I declared were fate to bring us to terrible juncture, a crossroad where all choice reduces to either my life or yours. Gladly would I give up mine. I would die for you. I used the power of verse to describe my most intimate thoughts and proclaim the veracity of your physical beauty. I wrote Red Wolf Inn for you. I spent a year and I wrote Now Voyager for you. The time when in Brooklyn I found you, that early, that rainy morning, I knew you were treasure. You, the reason I wrote Serendipity. And to attest to your strength of character, to express my fondest feelings for you, I wrote, and then over and again I rewrote Dream Children. The work was praise of you. Oh, the tender thoughts. You on my mind, beseeching you, and ever so softly, so gently, I sought to pull upon the strings of your heart. And the letters, they are all love letters, and we have a pile of them. When I said it wrong, or stepped the line of common propriety, and for those errors in judgment and phrase, I beg you, heart, please forgive. Whenever I lacked intellectual might, the good sense to say it right with care, still it was you. Your well-being foremost in my mind. My intent was proper. I wanted best for you, and you know it. And though I wish you forever well, such a love you might not find again. Yet I doubt all my love allows you to any easier asleep. And one wonders what technique, just what kind of human love might lessen the pain, the disorder troubling you, and calm the upset delivering us to this grisly end, the final stages of our romance. Here I pray to God. I fall to my knees and pray. Such my will to believe. Ask munificence be granted. The Almighty do on earth all those things that I failed to do for you. God's will be done. Were it only so, had I been born perfect. And now, how I regret when a child I wasted time playing with crystal sets, and in the basement of my parents' home spent hours profitably upon imaginary laboratory tables with chemistry, meaningless experiments with liquids and powders. Were it only so, had I been born perfect. A man fit, capable of grand devotion, the kind of guy who might do you real good. I would have turned about, practiced the illusionist trade, and trained until I possessed every trick in the book. Then I could live within the mirror. And when you went to look, instead of you, the reflection staring back, my picture of you, the way I see you when you stand before me, and you and I would never lose that image of you so bountiful and pure. No confusion, still and quiet and safe, you never fade away from the center of sight. There would be light, love, and just approval. And it would be my voice ringing through the reflecting glass, your search at end, no more whisper of doubt, all courage, end to frailty, sadness no more. We would come to a world without poverty, and know only hugs, freedom, and peace. Were it only so, had I been born perfect. A man fit, capable of grand devotion, the kind of guy who might do you real good, I would have turned about, practiced the illusionist trade, and trained until I possessed every trick in the book. Then I could live within the mirror. Thank you very much. That was a poem called Were I Born Perfect. It has the subtitle of Love in Vain. I'm Stanley Pacion. I'd like to wish you a good late afternoon here in New York City. Good afternoon. Bye.